everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. My name is Janet and I'm so glad you are here. Welcome to all my new subscribers. For those of you who have been here a while, welcome back. Alyssa's behind the camera and Jake's working on schoolwork, and I have a counter full of our fair entries. Today, I just want to show you what's been going on, because if you've been following along, you know that we just have put our house under contract to be sold. So, you guys, it took me a while to get over that. It felt like a death. I went through all the emotions. But we're good now. We're starting a plan. We're working on some things. And in this video, I want to show you what we've been looking at to give you a hint of what may be to come. We're going to show you some different properties and what we could possibly be living in. And you guys, you let me know what you think we're going to be living in the comments below, and where we're going to be building next. So let me show you what happened at the fair. Okay, so let's start with our results from the fair. This is the photography. These here are all of my photos that I entered, and I won nothing. And these, starting with the basket down, and this sunset are Alyssa's that she entered. And we just really thought this one was going to win, and possibly that one, but just like mine, she didn't win anything either. But Jake did win. Let's start with this one. He got first place on a spider, second place on this one, which was after a storm of tornadoes, and this, he got third. And this is Bubba, that passed away earlier this year, that always took him hunting and fishing, and my sweet little angel baby Connor, that's his daddy. And then his two sunset photos didn't place. But here's what happened on my jars. I entered my baby carrots, and remember, none of these I intentionally canned to enter the fair. I just pulled some things off of the shelf that I thought looked okay, and we said, let's go with it and see what happens. So my carrots, they disqualified totally, because I went with the ball book that told me to leave my baby carrots whole. They wanted the carrots sliced or diced. So that was a no-go. They put it on the shelf, but it was labeled disqualified. Embarrassing. And then my collards, they wanted to know what the seeds were in here. I guess they thought that was a seed. I didn't put seeds in these. They were canned in beef broth, for crying out loud. So those did nothing, because they said it was a bad quality of packing. I hate entering the fair. It's probably the last year that I will do it. I only did it because I thought a friend was doing it with me. So anyway, on to the kiwi jam. They didn't like my kiwi jam either. They said it was too stiff. Let me open this jar. They said it was too stiff, and I had bubbles. Full of air bubbles. So I guess they're calling those little bitty bubbles air bubbles. But they said that was too stiff for jam. But as far as big air bubbles, there are none. You guys, that's just from cooking. Anywho, on to what did place. Let me get my papers. This is the one thing I do like. They tell you why they judged the way they did. The next thing is my green beans. They came in third, and they said I need more liquid. But they came in third. And then we had the stewed tomatoes that came in third. These are my stewed tomatoes. And they said it should be 1-inch head space. Well, I don't know. Y'all go figure. And then we have the peaches. Now my peaches did come in first, but of course they had comments of those. They said I needed to trim my pieces. You guys remember, I don't can to enter the fair. I just pulled them off the shelf. I don't know what they mean, but okay. So trim the pieces if you want to enter peaches in the Georgia National Fair. And lastly, we have the peanuts. And when I took these there, my liquid was further up in the jar. I guess the way they shake them and do them, I don't know what happened. Anyway, they got first. Who can complain? So, there are our results from the fair. You guys, it's a lot of work. So unless that's just something you enjoy doing, I say can for home, can for your personal use, and just enjoy it. Don't worry about being so toothy with it. So there you go. I'm sorry, let me back up. That is not third. Neither of these are third. This is second place, and that is second place. Sorry about that. Apologies to Jake. My baby didn't get third. He got second on both of those and first on that one. Okay, so there's what happened at the fair. Now, let's look at what we've been looking at the last couple weekends, the last few days. So don't forget, let me know below what you think we're going to be moving into and where you think we'll be moving.
This was my favorite piece of property. It was the very first piece we looked at, but it was also the very most expensive piece we looked at. It was beautiful, but it's on a very busy highway across from a big industrial area. But you can see just how pretty it really was. Who wouldn't want to be on a beautiful lake like that one? So pretty. This is the second piece of land we looked at. It also is on a busy highway. In fact, this is a 4-lane, but I guess because of the way the land laid, it was quiet, and look at those views. Oh my goodness. Now this was I think it's like 200 acres. Of course, we wouldn't buy all of that, but we did ride the whole property to see which section we liked the most. So you'll see clips of us riding through the property. I sped it up a little bit so it wouldn't last quite so long. Look at that, y'all. Look at that sky. And we've had such beautiful weather here. At this point in looking at this property, I was just starting to come out of the dazed and confused state of actually putting our property under contract. This is the third piece of property we looked at. I couldn't really record a whole lot because it was so thick we couldn't really ride on the property itself. This is just the clear spot at the front of the property. We would have to clear it up a little bit, but it would be a beautiful piece of property. This tract is also surrounded by hundreds of acres of nothing, but it is so peaceful and so quiet. It's a great place to be. And this is the other piece of property. This is a very special piece of property. Do you remember my angel baby I was telling you about earlier in the video from the photos? Well, this piece of property would actually be right beside him and his mom, so I would be close by when they needed me. And it too is a great piece of property. It's got some very special features on it, and it's a great option too. So just take a look around and see how pretty it is. So there we go. Now on to the RVs. This was the first option that the kids and my husband really liked. I kind of just stayed in the background. I just told the salesman, Mom, whatever they pick, I'll make it work. So I just kind of watched. The kids liked it because there was a room in the back. And this is RV number 2. All of the RVs we looked at had some type of area in the back for the kids. So just take a look around this one. And yes, we would stay in an RV until we build, unless some other option suddenly becomes available. This is what we're looking at right now. This is actually the second dealership we went to. Look at all those RVs. Those are used ones, and out of all those RVs they had 2 with a room in the back. But we are looking for a travel trailer instead of a 5th wheel, so that made a big difference. So we were heading over to the lot to look at a different one. And here we are with option number 3. here we are with RV number 4, our last and final option.
This is nice.
And after a day full of looking, everyone was starving, so we went out to eat as a family.
Okay, so many beautiful opportunities, you all. We are blessed that we have options. Now our house is only under contract. We've not signed the papers yet, so our buyers could still back out. And we're not doing anything until we know for sure that those papers are going to be signed. That would be kind of awful. We were stuck with something and still had this house. So there you have it. You know what I know now. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me. We're going to keep going. We're going to work through this. We're going to pack. We're going to get ready. We're going to do more meals and bags to have for when we do move. And I hope you're right here going right along with us. I love you guys. And until we meet again, may you be blessed. Mwah. Hey everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. My name is, I was almost going to say Alyssa. Start over.
All right, all my beautiful viewers, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, or all of the above, or none at all. I'll still love you.